Hello everyone, and welcome back to Blitz Brigade, where today we are going to take a look at the Whirlwind Premium. I actually used to use this weapon a lot back in the day. I used to put it on the gunner all the time. Not too sure why. I think it was because I just liked to use the gunner at the time. But today I'm actually going to put it on the soldier. This primary weapon is able to be used by any class in the game. So whichever one you have the best skill tree with, mine is the soldier. It's nearly fully maxed out if it isn't already fully maxed out. So it's got that reload buff. It also has the damage and the critical boost. Because this thing natively doesn't have a critical chance. But it has a heck of a lot of damage. 609 damage, rate of fire of 140, and as its name suggests, it leaves a whirlwind behind. Now that only happens if you actually kill an enemy with it, but it's probably better if I just show you in-game. Before we hop in, I do have the chef hat equipped for that bonus 25% damage, along with the negative effect of 15% more bullet spread. And with that, let's head into a game. There we go. I'm feeling like playing on Madagascar Ruins today, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. This thing has like the longest barrel in the game. Look at this. It reaches all the way to the center. When you walk with it, you can practically aim with where your barrel's at. That is absolutely silly. So that would mean that it's actually pointing to the left of where it would fire. I don't know how I'm going to illustrate that properly with words. Maybe I'll draw an arrow. Maybe I'll draw an arrow to show where this gun would actually fire. If the barrel was any inclination of where it's actually going. Anyway, so I am very happy to be back here playing some Blitz Brigade, because yesterday I just had to do a huge presentation with a group. That's why there's been less videos these days, just because I've been super busy between work and school. Hopefully that'll subside. We do have a second one, but I don't think it's due for like a while. Where'd this guy go? What's wrong with my eyes? I have like no idea where that guy went. Anyway, first of all, let's take a look at that reload animation. So that is really nice. They could have just made it so that you lift the handle and slip it right back in. But no, they actually made it so that part of the gun folds downward. See, this is what I was talking about. Leaves behind a blue aura. If somebody steps in it, doesn't happen to you, but if somebody steps in that, it's going to send them really high up into the air. I'm pretty sure it's happened to me in a recent episode of this. But if you walk into it, you launch like 10,000 feet into the air. I'm only exaggerating a little bit, and then you come down, you're super dizzy, and it's slightly more difficult to aim during that time. And it deals fall damage, obviously. So, it's a really nice little combo. I kind of like that it's in only if you kill them effect. I don't know, I feel like that's a little bit unique. I'm going to go ahead and respawn here. Overall, I like the Whirlwind Premium. It kind of reminds me of a Saber round shotgun. So it's just got that added effect. I think it's just a combination of the damage and the range that reminds me of that. Oh, and I might as well touch on, for people who ask why I always choose Malta Docks over other maps, it's just because it's tight corridors, less room for the enemy to move around. Yeah, that's right. Assisted kill, that's right. Wow, this thing has some great range. And it actually has a pretty fast fire rate. Okay, here we are in the second match. Now, when I picked up this gun, I think it was 1,400 diamonds. I think that's what it was. It may even still be 1,400 diamonds. That's not an enemy. I always think this, like, dark corner right here, I always think that that's an enemy. There we go. So far, I have no complaints with this weapon at all. It even has that nice little after-death effect. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, I've been having a great time playing a little bit more Wayward Souls. With the controller. The controller suddenly makes it feel like Bloodborne or even Dark Souls for realsies on the iPhone. It's really nice. What? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Maybe the 15% bullet. I guess I haven't really checked up until now. The inner circle of the Amy Magoo is almost all the way out already, and the 15% more bullet spread probably doesn't help that. So it might make the accuracy a little worse. Doesn't hurt too badly. See, this is why I like to choose Malta Docks sometimes, just because it's easier to predict where people are going to go, whereas on Madagascar Ruins, there's a lot of room to move around freely. Don't run! No! Come back! Come back! Oh, somebody already got him. Alright, I'm going to run away. I'm going to see if I can run back home and respawn so that way I can get my health back. If you can trust yourself with a single-shot weapon, if you can trust your aim that much and you believe that you're going to be able to land your shots, then I definitely do recommend this weapon. I'd typically recommend weapons that are guaranteed single-shot kills even to the body. That's what it takes to make it to 9. So the Whirlwind Premium is a great weapon to have in your repertoire if you have the excess diamonds. Although I would not take a detour from your goal weapon, from your goal late game weapon to pick it up. So if you're saving up diamonds for something huge, keep saving your diamonds. Don't pick this up until you're ready. I think this is a good weapon to have on the side. With that said though, the Whirlwind Premium is going to be getting an 8 out of 9 Fulgors. A very good weapon. Pretty solid aim, great range, one of the best fire rates across all of the weapons that can be used by each class. I wish I said that a little bit more cleanly. If you already have a weapon in mind that you're looking to get, don't take a detour from that and keep going for that weapon. However, if you have the excess diamonds to spend, the Whirlwind Premium is a great pickup. It's a great weapon to have on the side, and it is extremely powerful. I highly recommend the weapon. You know what? I think I'd like to rescind my last statement. This gun kills far too quickly and too consistently for it to not be worth the detour. If you're looking for a fantastic weapon that can be used across classes, you should definitely pick this up. Upon further inspection, this weapon kills too consistently for you to not have it. It is very good, and it could potentially get you further in the game. People even use it in the late game, even when they have more options. I used to use this weapon all the time. I honestly don't know why I stopped. I think it was just because I picked up something for the soldier. Wow, this deals a lot of critical damage. By which I mean, like, headshot damage. Alright everyone, so thank you so much for watching this episode of Honest Attempts. 8 out of 9 Fulgors is this weapon's final score. If you've got the diamonds to spare, pick it up. It is a great weapon, kills consistently, great range, and one of the leading fire rates amongst cross-class weapons. Thank you all again for watching, and I will talk to you later. Oh, auto balance. Goodbye.